My name is Burnstick. I'm a Cree from Alexander First Nation in Alberta. I am a retired male stripper, exotic dancer. No, I'm a wellness worker, I guess. People call me a comedian, a humorist, but I'm a wellness worker. I help our people. Moving the spirit. It's really important that people that come in, their pain has stayed in their body, either in their soul, their spirit, somewhere in their knees, a headache. And what I do is I laugh. I shake up the body, and I make them laugh, and then they release it. And some release it through sounds, body movement, and some is so intense they cry. So I release pain. Well, we've always had laughter, regardless of what we've gone through. And we've gone through a lot, but we never lost our humor, And even the horrific times in my childhood, we've always found times to laugh, And in ceremony, and, even in times of grief, like in our funerals, we tell funny stories about the person who's gone. And that's how we honor them. So humor has always been an important part of our culture. And what I do and people like me do is we just share it. But I do it a little bit differently, because I don't do festivals, I don't do lounges, I don't do yucks in those places. I do it for my people. I've been offered, but I got no business there. My business is here, My business with my people. That's what I want to do. I've been offered movie and TV and all those things, but this is where I do my best. That's where I do my thing. See, one more thing, because if I did a show across there, the first part of the show would be just trying to convince them to laugh. So that's why these guys, they're ready, and it's weird because to generate that type of excitement, one guy. That's insane, because everybody's talking about it up here. And I did that in BC. I went there, and everybody in BC just went nuts. Can he come here? Can he come here? And it's not so much me. I have to separate that, It's my work. So a lot of people think that's me on stage, the crazy, gregarious cartoon character. That's my work. I'm a very quiet guy. I have a dog. I live at home. Pretty soft-spoken guy. I go to elders. I sit quiet. But when I get on stage, look out, But that's like going to somebody at Tim Hortons. It's not that soft work. Hey, can you make me a coffee? You're not working right now with making a coffee. And people always ask me to tell them a joke or be on. And that's the hard part about these things, Because as soon as people see me, hey, Don, and they're reaching for their phone right now, So I always got to be on. When actually, I'd like to sit down and talk with you. Let's have tea. Light a cigarette. Let's offer some tobacco. Let's visit. As soon as you take out the cell phone, the energy just, we have to stay there. Then you're with that guy on stage, And I like being that guy, but when I'm with people, I want to be me, So it's taking a hat off, and putting it on. And I can't be that guy 24 hours a day. I'd go crazy. But I know what that guy does. That's a powerful guy. He generates excitement. People want to come and see him. So I put that suit on when I get up there, and I become Don Burnstick. It is such a I've gone through a lot this year, health-wise. Went through loss, grief, family member passed away, breakup, all those life things, But what I found with our culture, the kindness, the talking, you don't need it. White people, they pay hundreds of dollars to go and talk to somebody, and all they do is they sit and listen. Man, we can go sit at auntie's house, we can go sit at uncle's house. Let's go for a ride and talk to them, And we have all that, and all we have to do is look within our people, and that was really important in my life because I'm a very traditional man. A lot of people don't know that. The only thing that's not traditional about me is my language. That's the last thing. But I go to ceremony, and all. I live that life, So and everything that I need in my life, I get from there. I don't need it out there. But what's interesting, I gain a lot of strength, so I can go into the world. We're executives, like CEOs, non-native people respect me, So, but that's from the power of my people, You know, and I see people like that. It happens, eh? And I see more and more. See, because when I was a kid, we didn't have any doctors. Doctors had dots on their head, eh? Native doctors, Indian doctors, they said, eh? Now we have a lot of doctors. We have lawyers, business people. Like, it's pretty exciting. But when you're in the middle of it daily, it's hard to see, eh? It's hard to see when you're in the middle of the grind. But when you leave, like, I haven't been here in 8 years, but the difference, oh my God, it's incredible, the growth, eh? And like I said, it's the people, eh? Sure, there's some nice stuff, but the people have grown. They've come a long way. And that's the biggest thing I've noticed being here. So, and it's all culture, eh? So it's exciting. The drums are going to be beaten. It's going to be really strong, eh? It's going to be pretty powerful. Don't be scared of it. You know, fear is just unknown, eh? You know, you don't understand, you don't know. It's very beautiful, it's very accepting, you know. And for us, we're being a little bit more open. You know, we're being more open. Like I see at powwows, they have an open dance. They welcome all the non-native people in. They dance, they welcome in. And before, you know, non-native people didn't come to the powwows, eh? And we made sure, what are you guys doing here? Now it's different, eh? Welcome, come on in, come try our food, come and dance with us. So we're doing this reconciliation. And before there was a word. Now I actually see it happening, eh? You know, the reconciliation, which is really good. I wouldn't be who I am, if it wasn't my identity. When I was a little boy, because of rental school, I tried to be white as a teenager, because the native was beaten out of me. So I hung around white guys, I did white things, I didn't even talk white, eh? Because I was just so ashamed. They did it, eh? It worked, almost worked. They beat the Indian out of me, eh? But then my culture came back, and my elders, the love and the ceremony and the songs, and then the strength that comes within, not just mine, but your parents, your grandparents, that's in you, eh? And then your hair grows long, and then your heart gets stronger, and your voice becomes louder, you know? And that's what it is, you know? And that's what's, when you feel it, eh? You know, like you talk about ancestors, but when you feel it, when you actually feel it, that's when you find your voice. That whatever troubles you're going through right now, today, it's not as bad. You know, you'll get over it. The Creator gives us enough to handle. He won't overload us, eh? He'll give you enough. You're strong, very strong. And trust it. You know, I went through a lot, but man, it made me strong. I want to thank the Creator. He made me strong, eh? All the hard things I went through made me strong. And I'm a strong man, successful man. So, and it's through my culture. We're all born to be really good at something. It's up to you to find it, eh? You know, really good, really powerful people are good at two things, eh? You know, some people go their whole lives without finding what they're good at. For me, I'm lucky. I found what I'm good at, eh? You know, so find what you're good at, embrace it, keep it, and nurture it, eh? And it'll take care of you, you know, through your life. It will, you know, because I'm not supposed to be here, eh? Like being a survivor of all those horrible things, residential school, day school, 60 scoop, all those things, eh? Being dyslexic, being a dropout of school, being an addict, and being indigenous. My chances of being successful were not very good. It's just through hard work and will and a belief that was instilled in me through my elders, that you're indigenous and we're strong people. So keep that in mind. It's so nice to be out. You know, it's weird. Almost like COVID made me more popular, because once we got open, all of a sudden, boom, everybody's calling me. You know, and I go to places like this. This happens everywhere. It's insane. Like, I'm just a res guy. Like, I grew up eating bologna, you know. You know, I shouldn't be doing this, but it just happened. I found my power in the sweat lodge, eh? I found my power in the Sundance. You know, I didn't find my power in a book, eh? I didn't find my power in church. I found my power in the sweat lodge. Some people can find their power in church. Good for them. But I found my power in our culture, eh? In the drum. I sang, eh? I used to sing. Because when I was younger, I could sing. My voice get pretty high. Now I'm more like Milli Vanilli, eh? I can hit the drum, but no sound, eh? I look good, though. But anyway, so it's awesome. And I love my contribution. Don Burnstick's contribution, eh? You know? The thing is, just make a name, make your mark. You know, that's really important, eh? You know, because you are somebody. Like, all of you are somebody. Just make your mark. And how you do that is to have a strong belief in yourself. Can I tell you one story? Okay. My brothers helped me. Remember this. My family was all in residential school, and every spring, we hadn't seen him in 8 months. So we went up for a spring festival. Me and my mom and dad, and I was 4. And they were in residential school, and the band was up there. The parents were sitting at a camp. They all came and sat in the bleachers in the gym. And the families, and then the kids came in. And the nuns and the priests were all lined up in the middle of the gym. And the kids came in, they all lined up like it was army. Lined up, and they sat down in the bleachers. The band was playing, and everybody just sat and they looked at each other. Looked at mom, and they're all sitting at each other. And my dad was holding me. And I don't remember, it's a block, But my brothers, they said, I went running out in the middle of the gym. Myself, 4 years old, and I started dancing like this. And I called a little kid up, and they come running up and they started dancing. And I called an elder up, and all of a sudden, all these kids and elders started, and these families, and then all these people came, and then they grabbed their kids. That was powerful. The first time they grabbed their kids in 8 months, they grabbed their kids, and the priests and nuns couldn't stop it. They tried to, and they grabbed their kids and they went and sat down. And I did that. And I remember I sat there and I cried. And my brothers told me that. They said, you did that. So you gathering hundreds of people in a gym, something you've always been able to do. Isn't that powerful?